see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. That being said, we gonna go right ahead, try to get back to where we was. I might be able to recap y'all on a little bit of that. But probably should start back from the top. Probably should, because it was a little choppy. And let me get to the first question. But again, we got a special guest today, Miss Cash. I don't know if she ready for her debut yet, because she hard-headed. But probably throw in a question about that too, though. Like, what it mean when people don't want to be seen with you? Who knows? You never know with me. You never know with me.
And about with you, it's just being seen.
Ain't it your girl, though?
No, because I just had 5. I think it's sure go.
Oh, so you just put down 5.
I put Ben. Put down 5 to your phone.
I don't know what the hell I was just thinking right there. Make 3 true statements about us. I know one of them was we both freaky. That's what you said.
That's the first thing you think.
That's what you said. You tell me, you the one thought of it.
Yeah, that's the last thing I said.
We both like bone.
But that was just an extra. That don't count. I just said 3 things.
I know one of mine was we both seers. We met by way of doing what we supposed to do, like as far as our purpose in life. What's up with it, Shabo?
You see, I think your first 2 is like kind of like the same.
Okay. Appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share the live, drop a comment, say what's up. The statement is make 3 true we statements for us, and then I'll go. So far as she only got that we both freaky. That's all she got.
No, it's not.
Well, prove me wrong.
That was the last thing.
Let me get my 5 though. Let me get my 5. Man, we both like to smoke. I think you mailing it in at that point.
No, but that's what I said. And he was like, oh, okay, see?
And I'm just saying, you try to tell me my 2.
I'm just telling you what I said, because you keep talking about the freaky part, and that was like the last answer.
You know, they usually say the best for last. That's all I'm saying. So you got freaky.
Okay, we tied. All right, let's see.
You got freaky, what else? Smoke. What else?
And I said something else. I say. Dang, I said something else.
I know you did. What's up with it? Nobody.
Yeah, I got 10 more. I'm trying to get my thoughts.
Yeah, get your thoughts together.
Do you even remember what I said?
Not on top.
See?
I told you it was Bone Thugs, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then you was like, that's like obvious or something.
Let me get my 10 though.
You got a 10 too?
But it won't be 10 though. Hold on, let's see. That's petty. 4, 8. Ain't this a bit? What's up with it, Keith? Cool Keith in the building. But my 3 was we both. Cause while you trying to think of your last one, cause we gonna be all day waiting on your 3. My 3 was we both are seers. We met while in our purpose. Then that last one be crucial on there.
Yeah, we got to do the plan.
My 3rd one is we both are you silly Shay boy.
What?
She was calling somebody in the chat a name that ain't their name. I'm like, all right, just shout it out the person and shit. They don't even really exist. She said, oh man, on me. Let me get 10 though. My 3rd one is we both are working on ourselves. Everybody can't say that though. Like we can say everybody need to work on themselves.
Yeah, but actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I can give you one though.
What?
We both are, for the most part, open-minded.
I was gonna say spontaneous.
Yeah. But that kind of go with your freaky statement. But I just play.
It don't have to. It definitely don't have to.
That was your number 1. It can't be your number 2. She gonna tell me that was my number 1. It can't be my number 2. Oh shit. Damn. So. I might still we both like. Well, I ain't gotta stay. I can go on for days. We both like shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to keep it on my standard of thinking. But if I kept it simple though, like we both like sharing meals together and the act of that, you know what I'm saying? Like sharing a meal with somebody that you really care about and just spending quality time. Like we ain't really just caught up on the superficial of having to be out in the, in the face of the public all the time. But we both are like socialites to the point like when we do go out, we the life of the party type of shit. You don't even mean to.
Yeah.
But I think that's the Aries Gemini energy anyway though. Okay. So I still was able to get my deepness in. Yeah, I like to go. You should know that though. That's why you be talking about I'm freaky. Okay, that's a good one.
You're still stuck on that.
Thank you, nobody. Now I'm glad you mentioned it because you don't want to be getting freaky and somebody don't appreciate your freaky. You know what I'm saying? It's
true.
like we both freaky, Cause I know you freaky. But anyway, what is the what is your greatest accomplishment in life?
So we redoing this. Yeah. Okay.
Please hit that like button, y'all. I'm trying to get off of her. She don't
be graduating college and also starting my spiritual.
When I get off of her, she get on me, nobody. So it don't really work.
What?
She said get off of her. I said shit. When I get off of her, she get on me.
OMG.
I had a dog moment the other day, y'all. But anyway.
At least somebody got my back. I'm saying.
I got your back, alright.
Not that tight.
All the way. You know this, man. You not playing. Niqua, you made it back up in here. What is your greatest accomplishment in life? I got to pull.
I just said it.
What'd you say?
Graduating college and starting my spiritual journey.
Oh, yeah. You did say that. You remember.
Yes, I remember. Hold on. Wait. Is it my go?
No, I had to pull again.
Because I think I'm finna have to pull too.
Alright, my greatest. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Please hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? We doing a little something new this AM, this grand rising. We talking about relations. You feel me? There's a lot of things going on in the world. I feel like if we put focus, yeah, y'all can definitely answer the questions as well in the chat, like we was doing on the first video, as well as let me know how this signal is going. You feel me? Please keep me up on the signal. Now, my greatest accomplishment up until now. All right. What's your definition of freaky?
Who asked that? What?
Okay, nobody. Thank you, love.
OMG. That's a totally no. Moving along. What?
Shut up. Moving along.
Moving along. Next.
Nico done ran down the grocery list though. Nico said, my husband, my kids, earning my master's degree. You know what I'm talking about? Also having the ability to continue my spoken word poetry. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Eat. She said, I feel her. Look, tell her nobody. Keep it. Look, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody how freaky it is.
Gotta keep it sweet.
Let it say. I ain't complaining, but
imagination.
My greatest accomplishment. Cause this, of course, let me make sure I say this right, cause I was about to say coming out. You know what I'm saying? But that's, it's 2022. You can't just say that. But
Right. We passed 2020 vision. So yeah, moving along. So
all right.
We were
coming out of my shell, so to speak, to recognize that by the time I met you, it was like, as much as I recognize I had my so-called reservations after my divorce, I recognize also that those boundaries were necessary, because the way I was raised, I really didn't, know too much about boundaries, so to speak. A lot of those boundaries was taken away in my life. So when it came to having, oh my God, she seen everything, y'all. She seen everything. But when it came to having boundaries, so to speak, with other people, you feel me? I didn't necessarily have those things. So one of my greatest accomplishments was creating boundaries as far as like healthy boundaries. Not, because I realized I ain't had none. Like, with me being the only boy, I really ain't just had the privacy and shit that I was probably supposed to have.
Yeah.
I used to get beatings butt naked. So, like, as far as, like,
yeah, boys definitely
feeling a sense of privacy and, like, all that was, like, strict from me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I would get in trouble. So, I had to realize that kind of destroyed my boundaries for the most part, to the point it became my familiar space. And I ain't care nothing about violating other people's boundaries, because I felt like it wasn't even real. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, when somebody could violate mine like this ain't even real for you. You just think this is something you gotta have, so to speak. But putting those proper boundaries up in my last situationship, where the person was, being a little belligerent as well as violent, and being able to release myself from that situation without just being like, you know what, I'm gonna stick in this because somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? And aside from that, delivering my last 3 kids, like, shoot, my son, like, I say with all 3 of my kids, we went through everything that everybody said they worried if you don't have a baby at the hospital, this gonna happen type of thing. And we overcame that shit. So as far as I'm concerned, man, we A1 day one. Did you just put a piece down? Oh, you put your point down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we at 12.
12. As well as, like, when my son, he had the cord wrapped around him. So you can imagine, like, man,
yeah, that's how my goddaughter was.
We had to stay calm. Hold on. Do it count if you don't let go of your piece?
What you mean?
Because that ain't what I wanted to put down.
Take it off.
Yeah, okay. That's what we gonna do.
Okay, let me see what we got.
But my son had the cord wrapped around him. So we overcame that. Now my third greatest accomplishment, because I said my spiritual, delivering a baby, that's somewhat physical, spiritual, coming out. So that's freedom. Coming out and being my true self.
Yeah.
To everybody, my mama included. My mama know me as gold. You feel me? Like, quit playing with me. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about you? Hold on. Would you change anything about the way you are living now? If so, why?
You say no.
You say no? Me, knowing that there's always room for, improvement,
Yeah.
I'm going to say I would definitely, leave room for that improvement, as well as I would work on my limiting beliefs about what I can do right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that I feel like I need this to get started, but if I think on it hard enough, just like I always say, tap into your teenage brain.
Yeah.
When you always was like, I'm going to figure out a way to get it done or get a yes when you want it. It's the same thing with the stuff you want now as an adult. You just got to figure it out for yourself.
I
So,
was thinking like a bucket list, but...
Oh, you was thinking bucket list.
Yeah, but...
Well, that's probably a good thing. And basically this, a lot of your things that would be on your bucket list if that's the case.
Yeah, pretty much.
What else though? I would spend more time working on myself. Cause like we saying, you can always do better. So I ain't saying I don't, but I would spend more time working on myself because I realize the more I work on myself, the more I'm open to being there for other people. But when I don't feel like I'm a whole person, I realize I get away from people real fast. I get real smart on your ass. So I would continue to do that or work on that more. Well, yeah, that's not even enough time to stack the money you need in order to pursue your bucket list. Right. Where you getting this word? Did I say 1 year? What did I say about 1 year? My bad. What did I say?
If you basically die in 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's soon.
I mean, but it's die suddenly, so it's
it's like it could be any time. So like, how we going?
Right. So like for me, it's them limiting beliefs. Like,
I forgot live like as if you would die tomorrow.
Domino.
What?
Domino.
What?
The more I work on myself, the more. Hold on, darn.
You got 15.
Yeah.
You got 20.
I mean, for me, selfish is me working on myself. But I recognize the more I work on myself, like for instance, when it comes to spending time with my kids, I a lot of times will find myself spending half of the time with them, the other half of the time doing my studies. But if I did my studies before I have my allotted time with them, then I could be, fully present. See what I'm saying? But it ain't that I'm being less involved or not, not like, because to me, selfish is to be one with yourself. Like, when other people call being selfish, like, as far as just only thinking about yourself, to me, that's that whole boundary stuff I was talking about. You trying to protect yourself from everybody else. So you like, shoot, as long as I don't do nothing for nobody else, then I never feel bad about them not doing nothing for me type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So you really just on guard. It ain't necessarily being selfish. To me, selfish is to understand yourself enough to know, like, when I'm on point, when I'm not on point. When I need to be around people, when I don't need to be around people. Like, you gotta be, like, somewhat selfish with your peace. Or else the only thing you'll have is your ego, because that'll be like your last line of defense when you don't got nothing left. You're like, I'm losing every part of me. Like, if I give this, I ain't got nothing else left. So you got to be selfish before you be left to your ego, so to speak. But selfish is really being, aligned or in tune enough with yourself to know when you need to do for self. The best example I got on that is I never got more jobs because I had more kids, but I had to be less how do I put it? I had to stop. I had to be more aware of the sacrifices necessary to take care of other people with the resources that I had. So I would have to, take in a lot the amount of money that I got for this amount of people. Same thing with this situation. Like, just gotta assess what's important. To me, selfish is to say no to others, even when I can. Selfish is to do for others. Yes, selfishness is something I had to learn the hard way. I feel, yeah, in fact, there's healthy selfish versus just being right.
Mm.
Versus being self-centered and narcissistic. Yeah. And that's why I say the narcissistic and self-centered come in once, you at your last line of defense. And that's why when we have certain conversations, when we talking about the male and female dynamic, when relation to family, you can relate this too. Like, as much as the men want to sit here and talk about single moms, I really can't have that conversation with you because that's the last line of defense. So when it gets to the last line of defense, what are we really talking about? We saying we are already in a failed state, or we are already in a state of, this is an honorable act for these people to still be fighting when the defenses have already been depleted. So who am I to say, darn, you wrong for fighting? No, that's honorable. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that stands on their guard or stands up for something, that's honorable. But when we take into account the actuality of what's happening that leads to a single mother, it's like, bro, that's the last line of defense. Do you realize what you're looking at? That's not to be compared to any other defenses or total defenses where you got a mother and a father. Just is there anything you've dreamed of doing for a long time? If so, why haven't you done it?
You looking at me to go first?
I can, but so I got domino plus 6. What's my score?
You got 45. I got 30. That's a lot of stuff that I can say, but
Talk your shit. Let's go. This is
okay. I'm gonna say first thing that came to my mind. Visiting Lebanon. The reason why I haven't, obviously, because I haven't. Knowing the language. Fearing of the unknown, I guess, in that sense. As far as like, where do I start? And do I really want to reach out to that side of the family? I don't know. But yeah. Another one I would say.
Is there another side of the family?
Huh?
That ain't in Lebanon?
You said what?
Is there another, like the other side of the family? What does that go back to?
Well, I was just saying on my mom's side, period. Of course, yeah, one side is Lebanon, other side is German. Even both sides, though, like, just both. Yeah.
Man, you gotta watch this dang on video about, bro, German history, bro. It's gonna, like, the shit they be telling us about Germans, bro, it's gonna piss you.
And then I be thinking, like, okay, which side do they fall on? There's
Right.
always two sides, and yeah, we want to say like, oh, I hope they fall on this side, so we don't have to look at them sideways. But then it's like that possibility, like, well, could be that, yeah, they're not the people y'all hope to be.
They told me my grandmother, her father was like, I think French, and the first thing we think when we think French, we think about some white folks. We're like, hold on, G.
Mhm.
But when you start getting deeper in the culture, you start recognizing, no, bro, that's just our understanding.
Yeah.
Because we recognize as black people in this country, we not connected a lot of times to our heritage. So when you hear people start talking about different areas specifically, you relate that to white people because them the only people you didn't talk to before that can tell you, oh, my people is Italian. Or my people is this.
Mhm.
Whereas you say, oh, you black, you know what I mean? The black folk, that's the end of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Say you white to a white person, they like, yeah, my people is they from here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
that's what
from
my grandma
Ukraine or
always
some
say.
shit.
Like, I
Like,
ain't white, you know. Like when people like, oh, you white. She like, no. I don't know, like, and then with that, it'd be like secrets.
are you black? Is the question in the chat?
Who me?
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah,
just let you speak for yourself, cause I ain't
for
gonna.
sure, for sure, for sure.
Um, nobody. Hey, that's what's up. Nobody said she wanted to do MMA. You say, hey,
Mm.
shoot, the way the world going nowadays, like 30-year-old people, not to say, I don't know, I'm 30, so I'm gonna speak for me. A lot of 30-year-old people are stepping out doing things that
Yeah.
people only started doing when they was young. You know what I'm saying? You got a
Mhm.
lot of 30-year-old rappers coming out that's cold, like the whole Griselda, they 30.
Dancers,
In their
everything.
30s, you know what I'm saying? So, and they killing the game. Like you said, dancers. You got
Mhm.
people coming into the Olympics. Boxers. Bernard Hopkins is one of the coldest boxers that came in his 30s. Excuse me.
Yeah.
France population, but race in 2004 is estimated that 85% of the population of Metro France is white or of European origin, with 10% from North Africa, 3.5 black, and 1.5 Asian. Okay, what did it say? I got pregnant young, had a full scholarship to Juilliard, and having my oldest son. I mean, decided to have my oldest son instead. I don't regret my child, but it was always my dream to dance. Man, I
See.
appreciate your sacrifice, and I'm pretty sure your son do too.
Mm-hmm. Right with my
Um,
sister.
Definitely, man. Yeah, definitely. I wonder, do you do anything with the little ones as far as doing choreography? Like, cause I would like to see somebody else come out with a different dance school. You know what I'm saying? Like, Juilliard is hard. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I've heard about it. Did even research when I was a kid about it. But like, I would like to see us create more avenues. You know what I'm saying? And especially those of us who, may have made sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
We would definitely be some of the people that would be best to be on the forefront of bringing in the next generation of people. And I know a lot of my coaches was like that. A lot of my coaches instilled a lot of great things in me. Is there anything you've dreamed of doing for a long time, Red? If so, why haven't you done it? What have I dreamed about doing? But I be doing everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, what have I dreamed about doing I ain't did? Ooh,
Mm.
go back to my land.
Yeah.
Go back to my land. And one of the things that stopped me from why haven't I done it is like I keep getting this back and forth with my family. Like, 1 minute it's like, yeah, you can go back home, you know what I'm saying? You just need a structure to put on it. Then the next minute is you need to talk to this person and we need to talk to this person, and it's like, man, bro. Like, it just keep on, like, it's almost like you build yourself to be ready to do it, and then somebody just take the rug off from under you. Just like, man, you know what? I'm not even finna keep on building myself up for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that would be lit. A women's flag football league. Please do that, because my daughter loves football. And I was just thinking today, like, I do not want her playing football per se, but flag football wouldn't be all that bad. Flag football would not be all that bad. And like I said, the thing that stopped me from going is like the up and down. Um, but I've also decided recently, like, I'm gonna get everything in place. The preparation to be at the vibration of what I want to bring into the existence. So then, you know what I'm saying, I can make it happen. So like, yeah, I hear what people saying, like, you need to talk to this person, you need to talk to that person, like, but I got rights to it too, just like the
Right.
rest of y'all. So I'm not finna keep on getting a runaround and everybody complaining about don't nobody want to take care of the land. Da, da, da. I'm volunteering my services to go down here and maintain the land that was put in my family by way of somebody who got the same name that I carry. This ain't no accident. Like my big mom used to say, it ain't what people call you, it's what you answer to. So when I'm answering to the call, you think I'm finna let anybody stop me? Psh, not none at all. Not none at all. Okay. What are you most grateful for in your life?
Being able to be alive
Mm-hmm.
every day.
It's definitely something to be grateful for. I can't lie. Life has taught me that positive energy, good karma, and high vibrations probably don't exist. Nah, I get you on that. I get you on that. But I'm gonna tell you like this. For me, I felt like that, and as sure as you say that, that's true. But there's an important variable that we might be leaving out because it happens so quick in our thought process that we don't even recognize it. But your perception of life, if you believe these things to be, therefore they are. And life only reinforces what you already think. So I get it. You know, it can seem like you like, dang, I'm one drop out of all these negative drops of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But again, we talking about the environment in which you create. Your perception is your reality. Blessings are coming whether we see them or not. But if you fix your perception to focus on blessings, then that would be your reality and you will have a whole life of things to be grateful for. So it's like, it's on you what perception you choose and what precipitates from that. So, no, I get you. I totally get you. Especially, I would definitely tell you don't compare because comparison is the biggest killer of all joy. The more time I spend by myself and then I come out and start talking to other people, I start recognizing how much peace I really have. How much peace I really have and how much um when I come around other people and they being negative with each other, how sensitive to that I really am. But when you bombarded with that shit on a regular basis, it becomes your familiar space to the point you just like, shoot, everything is negative around me. Life is negative. But I'm telling you, there's a negative and there's a positive in life. Which side you choosing to give your energy to is going to determine what you see or what you understand most in this life. Cause don't get me wrong, I still see the negative, but I understand the perspective. I be like, shoot, let haters hate. Cause they gotta play their part in this situation too. But I gotta play to make me. So as long as I put in my full effort and do what I supposed to do, depending on me putting in certain work, their response is gonna let me know. Like if I go out there and do everything I supposed to do and some, and somebody hating on me or got something bad to say about me, I know you hating at that point. But even then, I got work to do. I'm a healer. So at that point, it's like, dog, okay, I see where you at. How am I gonna come across to reach you? For a lot of us, we think because somebody don't like us, that's where it stop at. But your biggest, you feel me? Your biggest hater should eventually become your biggest congratulator. Because a lot of time they just don't understand. They just don't understand your purpose and no different than how you was with other people. When you ain't understand people's purpose in your life, you push them away. Darn it was ready to whoop their ass. Like quit playing with me because I don't got time to play and that's how they are. So make it make sense to them and you would be surprised. Or you might find out that shoot, they just wanted to troll anyway. They don't really want a solution, but you will know from putting the work in. And you ain't gonna want to put the work in worrying about what everybody else doing. You're gonna be like that child feeling like I'm doing more work than everybody. So if you doing more work than everybody, ain't that what make great? greatness. You feel me? The great ones they work harder than everybody. So if you want to be great, what you gonna have to do? You gonna have to work harder than everybody. Just saying. Um, I'm most grateful for my ability to figure things out and knowing that's the only thing I could be confident in. Like I used to be so called confident in things that really wasn't me. Like people telling me, "Oh man, you can play football." Da, da, da. Like, bro, only reason I was able to do that because my ability to figure things out. So at the core of all of that, you know what I'm saying, is your ability to figure things out, and that's innate. Knowing that lets me know no matter where I go in life, I'm gonna be alright. Like man, I'm gonna land on my feet like a cat, regardless. Regardless. As long as I keep that perception, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be on the positive. But I know there got to be a negative because that's how energy works. But if you want to, like, stay on the, man, we always talk about be a part of the creative force, you're going to be on the front of shit. You're going to be on the cusp of shit. You feel me? Versus being in the middle like a child suffering from the consequences of your mother and your father on either side. You feel me? Yeah, yeah. Come on. But some people say business is your father, religion is your mother. You feel me? I say a lot of times the future, or they associate masculine with the expression. You know what I'm saying? So the future would be considered the masculine, your mother. I mean your father. The past would be considered the feminine, the negative. But if you looking at it from negative connotations, you can't appreciate neither one's point that they playing. To the point you see demonic when it comes to God or the devil, to the point you can't even see what's the devil pointing this off. You feel me? What's the devil pointing it? Okay, we all gonna get to the same, but what direction are you coming from? You're gonna have a lot of work to do if you coming from this so-called negative standpoint. If you negative, you got a lot of work to do. Yeah. If you positive, you still got work to do. You feel me? But it's a more honorable fight. You see what I'm saying? Because now you understand why I'm doing this. Versus you being in your negative state, you in confusion. You angry all the time because you don't know why I got to go through this. Why I got to get up and go to work. You feel me? You don't have no sense of purpose. Which you will have on your positive. Both of them going with creation. One of them just getting drug alone. So at the end of the day, no matter where you are on this spectrum, you still got to be grateful for how life works, positive or negative. Right. But if you tired of negative shit happening in your life, you got to be a part of the perception or the light, because we can't perceive nothing unless light reflect off of it. So you got to be part of the perception of light or creation, which means to be in front, be on the wave of creation. Like, don't get so caught up in take stuff personal to the point you can't see what people are in life. And creation makes way for life. So you will be doing things to help other people throughout this life. Name 3 things you think you and I have in common. Hold on. We went back. They think they stayed. Okay. All right. Make 3 true. Hold on, bro.
I think we done.
Yeah, we done.
Because we just went through all of them.
Would you want to? Oh, okay. Would you want to be? What would you want to be famous for? If so, I mean, would you want to be famous? If so, then what? And in what way? What for and what way? Would you want to be famous first?
No. Okay. But if I did, it would be changing lives.
As I often say, fame is just notoriety. Yeah, like, what would you want to be known for? Yeah. Changing lives.
That can be health, mentally, spiritually.
So in a spiritual and health way. Yeah. So I can't say mine is too much different from that. I've done it other people too many times to be mad. Honestly, it's hard to distinguish what's doing what God would. Alright, we're gonna talk about that, nobody. You said holistically. Yeah, I respect that. My answer's pretty much the same too. I, nobody says it's hard to, honestly, it's hard to distinguish who's doing what. God would do good and bad things to teach you. The devil would do good and bad things to get you. How you know who's who? But you just broke it down right there too. Like, you know, I like this example. Rich people go camping, poor people go homeless. So the thing is, depending on how you view life, like some people go homeless and they just let everything go. They ain't fucked up with it. Some people lose their mind. So then when you see them in the street, they talking to themselves and they still talking about the last time that they had something. If you listen to them. Um, so again, if you pay attention to the negatives and the positive, pay attention to if your life is a confirmation. If the things in your life are affirming what you already been thinking. This how you know if you on the negative or the positive. If you always find yourself $1 late in a day short, yeah, I said it right, but I know you supposed to say what? $1 short and a day late. But when you mixed up, it's all twisted. You feel me? It's all twisted up. So when you think about that, it's like, yeah, it's all in your perception. It's all in your perception. But you gotta take on or pray for the understanding of creation. So then it'll be my ways or your ways. Peace to you, Shay Love. Good to see you, love. My ways are your ways, not all the things that I understand you don't. See, it'll be easy to distinguish the ways of God and the ways of the so-called devil. Don't get me twisted. When I say don't write off the negative or the positive, I'm saying that so you'll be able to understand the ways of the negative and the positive. When you do wrong and you gotta learn from the things that happen to you in life, you still learning. You feel me? When you embrace your so-called problems and you learn firsthand, or the first time these problems come around, you still learning. Now your perception of either one will turn you against your own life force or life in general. So all I'm saying is, if you start noticing, all right, they keep on giving negative connotations on the things that you got to do to survive, meaning hard work. Hard work. But then they keep giving you all these positive connotations to things that are miracles, things that you can't connect the dots on, meaning you can't see how things come into fruition. So you're going to need to have a healthy understanding of what? The negative and the positive. They understand how things work. But when you don't trust your own intuition, you're so scared that you can be overly exposed to something that you won't be able to filter out. You feel me? Or consciously wait to the point it might ruin your life or ruin your day. But understand, just as much good stuff going to happen to you, just as much negative stuff going to happen to you. But you got to find the balance, and finding the balance is recognizing, like, shoot, hey, at the end of the day, I'm still working towards my overall goal, and that's just life in general. The only way you're going to set yourself apart, is your intentions. Are you intending to understand these things about life? So then when they play out, you will understand why. You'll understand why. So in one aspect, you're blind to the ways of life. That's the negative. You just trailing behind, getting drugged behind. You looking this way as you getting drugged this way. See what I'm saying? You don't know where you going. That's why it don't feel good with the so-called devil rap. But when it comes to being one with the creation and accepting how things come into fruition and the consequences of you going against those things, then you can be on the forefront of shit and be like, man, shoot, I'm riding up front like we used to be on the pegs. Leaning on the handlebars, kegging it. I ain't even got a pedal, you hear me? Because I ain't tripping, I know what's coming into fruition. But when you keep on tripping and burning your or spinning your wheels, you got to work extra hard. Don't mean you're not going where everybody else is. We all going to die one day. Oops. Then your quality of life may determine if you're going to be kicking and screaming when that time comes. Or if you're going to be at peace, like, did what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I thought y'all that was gonna come for me. Shit. Hey, what's up? I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been too many moments like that for me. Like, what's up? Hold on, you came for the homie though. What's up? I'm just saying. I I would want to be famous or known for when my back was against the wall. I decided to help above all, like, cause to me that's character. What you do when you don't got nothing, and we all going through something, but we can easily, a lot of us we excuse ourselves from helping other people because we feel like we going through something. But to me, that determines how you feel about yourself. If you feel like you can't help nobody, you feel like you ain't
You can't
nothing.
help yourself.
Come on, G. That too. I ain't never thought about it like that. You can't help nobody else. You can't help yourself. But when you can help yourself, you can help. Come on, huh? Yeah, man.
Drum roll, please.
And like you said, holistically, I don't want to leave somebody with, a bag but nothing to fill it with. You know what I'm saying? I want to deal with their problems. And that's the whole point of the Blacks Rehab, as well as the Kings and Queens Corner. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you like to have as a guest?
I don't know.
All right, Shay. For me, um, I was about to complicate it. Well,
What you was about to say?
I was gonna say living a
Yeah.
transcend it.
I guess it don't matter.
Well, I'll do two then. Okay, the transcendent one would be. The first thing that came to mind, so I'm gonna go with Spirit, was Dr. Sabi.
I like where you going with that. Cause go ahead.
Cause I got a lot of things I would love to talk to him about, as well as show my appreciation for it. Cause I can still remember like yesterday hearing him talking about the foods that we eat, how we eat a lot of starch and blood. And how after hearing that, it made it so hard for me to go forth, continuing to do that. As well as living. Oh yeah, I also want to ask him how he built his institute, cause that's what we working towards. Living though, it's gonna probably sound crazy, but I would like to talk to like somebody that's more like
Why are you looking like that?
cause it's crazy.
Simple.
Keep it simple.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, I would like to be like more like a mentor to a lot of the young I call them entrepreneurs, but people call them entertainers, rappers. And not on a mentor like Big Bro, none of that, but just like shit, we chopping it, so you got another voice to impart reason, you know what I'm saying? But the first person that came to mind was Thug. Cause I feel like a lot of times when shit happen to black men or black people in general, based on how society has to frame things to justify certain actions that is done to us, as a consequence, because we don't get away with shit. Like even what you seeing with him is a consequence of somebody doing something to him. You feel me? The insensitivity he received. Like I would love to tell that story, like about how he truly felt the first time he put on certain clothing and how he was treated, which led to certain outlandish acts or machismo that he exhibits, to the point for a lot of us, you like, bro, you got all this money, why would you do this? Like, you didn't hear it when he was a baby in his mind and he was experimenting with life and he looked at his mother to the highest regard that instead of somebody teaching him the balance of how to view her, they beat him for wearing that. You know what I'm saying? And it made him, oh, this how it's supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just kept on upping the levels, up in the level, up in the level, up in the level. Okay, you violent with me, I'm supposed to be just as violent, if not more.
Mm.
To the point now we looking at somebody got over 50 bodies tied to them. Like, what? Like, you got to really think about how we treating our kids.
Mm-hmm.
But if nobody tells that story from that perspective, it's just, dang, them boys, you see what happened? You should have never gave them money. Like, no, it's the hate you give at a young age.
Yeah, true.
Not to mention the way society is shaped that led to his father even feeling like, because our parents, if we be real, the reason why they was getting on to us like that, they were trying to protect us from the world they felt.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stop you from doing this for somebody in the world, see you doing this and kill you for it or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's how my mom be.
So, if he had to be famous, he said he wanted to be famous. Yeah. Yeah, it gotta be for a good deed, bro. Like, if I said if I wanted to be famous, it would be for my ability to help people when my back was against the wall, above all. So that'd probably be my superhero capability too, though. Soon my back against the wall, like it be looking like we've done for, you hear me? You be like, man. So when I get that, I intentionally put my back against the wall. Y'all be like, why is you putting your back on the wall? I mean, ain't nobody behind me. That's all I know. Ain't nobody behind me, so now I can come forward. You feel me? I used to say that shit as a kid, though. Who you want to bring to dinner?
I'll say Dick Gregory.
That's what I thought after I said that to say, because I told you I was with his grandson.
I had him in my head, so when you said that to say, I'm like, oh, okay. But who else?
That's your transcendent master.
I would say King Von, but
Shit, why not? Fawn. How you out there with no mask on? Fawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Davon Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them was the two.
What would you talk to him about, though?
Life. I have a lot of questions.
I think he was so highly spiritual to the point with him being on the other side right now. I would like to hear his perspective of what he found out his purpose was.
Yeah,
like
that too. And as far as like how he was in that moment.
That would be a hell of a dinner.
What?
She said she gonna bring Malcolm and Pac to dinner. Like,
yeah,
what?
See, yeah.
What?
There's so many you could, but yeah.
Hold on, she made me forget who I said after that shit.
I don't know.
That's
a good one.
I said Dr. Sabian and who? Who the fuck did I say? I said
Young Thug, I thought.
Yeah, Thug. Dr. Sabian Thug.
See?
That should be epic though. Cause Thug can listen though. I know he'll sit there and eat that up. Cause like.
And I want them to talk too. Like.
Yeah.
That would be dope. Cause I know Dick Gregory.
Oh, Dick Gregory and Von.
Off. Like,
yeah,
he be going.
He'd be the went off on Von and Von. Like, but you could tell Von had respect for his elders
so
though.
It'll be like so interesting. Cause like I be watching Dick Gregory interviews. And like if you talk to him slow or anything, he gonna go off on your ass. Like what? What you mean? But yeah, that'll be interesting. And
you don't gotta talk to him slow. He gonna go off on your ass.
Period.
What? I thought you was smart.
Yeah.
You said you trying to be the oldest white lady of hip hop as soon as I get some bars. You silly shit. She said I'm trying to be the oldest white lady of hip hop. Goodness. So you said Dick Gregory and Von. I said Thug and Dr. Sabi. Man, I could go on though about that though. Okay, let's tell each other one thing we really like about each other, and let's be super honest and say something we would never say to a stranger.
That's a lot.
After that, we gotta do the. We done did it 4 minutes. We gotta do a minute though.
We're upstairs.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Bro, I told you I'm going out of the way this
There you
time.
go,
I'm not
okay.
playing. Shit, you the one charged to walk this path with me. I
That's
told you.
something that you say to a stranger. All right, you can answer first.
Hold on. Let's tell each other one thing we really like about each other. Let's be super honest here and something you wouldn't tell a stranger. Because I could go on this one, boy.
Yeah,
When it comes to you, though, like, I got to go back to the first day, though. Because it's so much, like, you know, a lot of people always talk about the things that they can say.
yeah.
But for me, it's the things that it meets the eyes, but it kind of beats the eyes. Like, it's that twinkle in your eye that when you looking at me, to let me know, like, dang, she get me. Or she see herself in me. It's your attention to detail and your go-getter. Your go-getterness, you feel me, when it's something you want, that shit be burning me up. I be like, oh, okay, that's what she want. How you be trying not to, like, be too happy, but you just be so giggly about life, like, like, I think that shit is so beautiful. The fact that you in tune enough to even feel the energy, but at the same time, like, try to be balanced enough to where it's like, I don't want to be too goofy out here, you know what I'm saying? I love the fact that you ain't scared to love me, but at the same time, you try to protect me. Because you know, like, yeah, I'm that nigga, but it's like, you don't want me to cry. It's just, that's how I feel, like, hi, I know how he feel about me, too, though. He see too much. So you kind of ease me into situations, and I always did that for other people, so I know that's a sign of, like, deep, you know what I mean, endearing love, whereas most people just love you for what you can do for them. So if they felt like you could protect them, they'll make you crash out just to prove that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you one more.
It's only supposed to be one, babe. So, you did a lot.
You know I be paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this one simple then.
No. I know where you're trying to go.
Nah, I ain't going there yet.
Alright.
Cause it's all these other intimacies that make that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love our alignment in life. The fact that they call you cash and I'm gold. Like, that wasn't no accident. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Now,
What?
the babies. Like, they always say animals and babies read shit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And my ancestors, my grandmama, my granddaddy, all them been around for, like, the first occasion we met, and Darren showed, bro, they get on my nerves at this point.
Why you say that?
What? You remind me of things, only the finest of things. That's all I'm going to say.
Alright.
That's all I'm going to say. Now it's your turn, Miss Lady. Cause they done put me on the spot with your ability to be vulnerable as a black man.
I like your transparency.
Thank you, Nickel. Nickel said, I like your ability to be vulnerable as a black man. It's hard to show both sides. In regards to your queen, she has an amazing energy and aura about her.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes, people pick up my energy so quick. I be trying to guard it.
You funny, nobody. I'm working on it. I be having to work out because Miss Lady over here.
What?
Miss Lady over here, you know what I'm talking about, is a workout herself.
What? Anyways, so are you ready for me?
Who knows hip hop report? Okay, let's go.
Deep breath, woosah.
Yeah, deep.
Okay, like I was saying, your transparency, how open you are as far as like with your kids, your past relationships, how you open up to me about your divorce, our talks, how we can be open with each other, as far as like what we want out of life, our future. There's so much.
Shoot, take your time.
The way you pay attention to me in my love language.
Yeah, I remember somebody talking about that. Yeah.
As far as touch goes, taste, smell.
Yeah. Taste, smell.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? What else?
Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all drop a comment, say what's up.
For people in general.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, appreciate that, love. You just don't know. You is a manifestation. You hear me? Wow, what is the odds of this?
What?
This will pop up on my phone. You was just saying, like, how you open with me about your marriage and all of that stuff. This will pop up on my phone.
What did it say?
On this day. And that's my ex-wife. But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Like, you feel me?
That is hilarious.
What is the odds? But remember what we were saying, though, like, good thing is we open because certain things pop up. You know what I'm talking about? You'll be like, what? And see, the first one is 2018. That's her when I still was at the house, you feel me? And matter of fact, I want to say she pregnant with my son right there. Yeah, pregnant with Junior right there. What is the odds?
Odds of that.
The odds.
Well, on that note.
Right, we love your poems, Nika. We love your poems. On that note, it's time. It is time. If you're in here with your significant other, this will be a good moment for you guys to lock eyes. This is not necessarily a staring contest, but it wouldn't hurt for you to use the same tenacity or intensity you would use in a staring contest per se. So let me get this timer started. You know what I'm talking about?
You already know I'm gonna crack.
Remember perception.
Yeah, but as long as I keep going.
Yeah.
Start laughing.
But we gonna strengthen your edge too, though.
We're gonna see. I think
that's what we should do. See how long you can go before you blink, and then we strengthen those things. You feel me? As time go on, as we keep on doing this.
We'll see. I got this.
I'll find us some more intimate questions, but we definitely gonna keep the staring going, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for 2 minutes this time. We did 4 before?
Yeah. No, I got this.
You got this, champ?
Got this.
All right, let's go.
All right, you ready?
You already acting silly, bro.
I wasn't ready.
You can talk if you want to, I guess, but let's keep looking. It's funny, though. We got to do this. My dad used to always make me look him in the eye, like, bro,
Yeah, I can't.
if you ain't looking me in the eye, you look like you lying to somebody, But I tell you what, trying to talk and do this do make you look up. Sometimes when you talking, you look up because you trying to recollect something.
Yeah, or we thinking.
Yeah, sometimes you look down. I forgot how it go. You look down for something. What is it? You look down when... Let me stop. I'm throwing off my
Yeah,
thing.
you looking away too long.
It's when you look down for something. We had to watch this one show I used to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lie detector show. So they figure out by certain suggestions, like
body movement.
Yeah. Person cringing and stuff. Like when you ask him certain questions, you're like, hold on, G, you shouldn't be cringing about that if you ain't had nothing to do with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
They like
fidgeting.
Yeah.
I can't remember though, but I want to say looking up and to the right. Is you trying to create something or? Because I just did it to the left. Because I'm trying to remember.
Like, yeah, they telling the truth or some shit. Like, damn.
I bet it's in the chat right now. I bet they telling us right now, but I gotta stay focused.
You too focused. What's that?
For real?
What's that?
It's been 2 minutes already.
I don't know. Look down.
I was trying to get them other seconds in that I lost.
I bet.
Alright. That's 2 minutes. Yeah.
That was quick.
That's because we done 4 before.
That was quick.
So 2 ain't nothing. See, that's another good thing about when you edging or trying to pass your limits. Go further first and then work your way back.
I think I won that one.
Oh, you definitely.
For sure.
You're definitely the champ. You're definitely the champ. You know, back to this, what we was trying to figure out about them eyes. All right, let me see. Shout out to you, T. See you in the building.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah. I'm finna look it up. But I would also like to have Yaki awakened at the since it's somebody, somebody that can actually make it. He could make it.
Yeah.
I forgot what the name of the darn show was I was watching, but they were showing like all the different ways they could tell me your ass lying. Oh, here we go.
The Wizarding World's in turmoil.
You know what? Can't do that. Because they always be trying to strike my shit. I'm gonna have to Google it. I appreciate everybody pulling up. What ways do your eyes look? Hey, y'all, what's been going on in the community? I know y'all know. I ain't been in the loop. But I know it's been quiet. I know they call it neuro-linguistic programming. Let's see. Standard eye movement. It's generally accepted that the left side of our brain is associated with logic And our right side is with creativity. So like I said, when you looking off into the right, you being creative. Looking off to the left, using logic, you might be trying to remember some shit. Or reason.
Alright, so looking down is what?
That's what I'm trying to remember. I think looking down might mean
You trying to come up with a lie.
conjure up some shit. The left side, therefore, according to NLP, anyone who looks left is using their logical side. I mean, y'all looking to the right could be lying too, though.
That's what I was about to say, because you like creating a scenario,
Yeah, you could
creating
be.
a story.
That's what it say. Anyone who looks left is using their logical side, and those who look right are assessing the creative side. This premise has translated into logic equals truth, whereas creativity is lying. Hold on, dang, my screen slid down. Alright, creepiest gadget. Alright, let's see. They claim that when we are thinking, our eyes move as the brain accesses information. Information is stored in the brain ways in the brain in four different ways: visually, auditorily, kinetically, kinesthetically. That's what it is. Kinesthetically, internal dialogue. According to Grinder and Bandler, depending on which of these ways we access this information will dictate where our eyes move. Up and to the left, visually remembering. Yeah, that's about right. What I was trying to say. I mean, I go by what I was trying to say. Up and to the right, visually constructing, creating. Left, auditorily remembering. So if you just look to the left, you could be trying to remember something mentally, like that you heard. Looking to the right, auditorily constructing, maybe thinking how it sound, what you saying. You feel me? Down into the left, internal dialogue. Down into the right, kinesthetically remembering. Let me look up kinesthetic. If I remember correctly, I thought kinesthetic is when you like moving and shit. Like some people are kinetic learners, but it might not be that. Let me see. Gotta be sure.
What I'm looking for? I want to see if this garden thing open.
The botanical garden.
Yeah.
Let me look up kinesthetic. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me if you could, if you would. Tap that screen, hit that like button, drop a comment, say what's up, because it's my way of saying what's up to y'all. You silly nobody. Alright. Kinesthetics is the study of body motion. Yeah, okay. And the perception of one's own body motions. Okay. So we good to go on that.
Yes, indeed. I close at 5.
What do?
The garden.
Alright, where was I at?
Let me see. How much they tickets?
Bro, for real? You dang on phone play to me.
Get ready, we finna go.
Alright.
If you hear it below.
I'm looking at it was a study I was looking at, but somehow Mr. Resurrect done lost it. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hot about that shit though, cause that was a good one though.
Alright.
Yeah, what I was just looking up. And I got my thing on to where I can't be tracked easier. So I'm gonna find it again, y'all. My bad, my bad.
Then they got two different kinds. Which one is which one?
All right, we back on it, y'all. Goodness gracious, the thing tried to hide from a player. Miss Sunshine, how you doing?
Then they gotta walk where you walk like high.
Who? No, who?
What?
Who going up there?
We is.
Girl. Up and to the left. If someone asks you to remember your wedding dress or the first house you purchased, moving your eyes up and to the right accesses the visual remembering part of the brain. All right, peace to you, Queen. Nobody said peace to you, love.
Peace. Yeah, we're finna be out.
Yeah, I gotta go to the gardens.
Yep.
Need to go to my homeboy garden and see what he got going on. Hold on, what the hell? Eye movements when lying in more detail. Eye movements when lying in more detail. If you look up to the left, if someone asks you to remember your wedding dress or the first house you purchased, moving your remembering part of the brain. So if you moved up and to the left, that means your ass is lying. When I ask you that shit. Alright. If you look up to the right, imagine a pig flying across the sky or cows with pink spots on them. Then your eyes will move up and to the left as you are visually constructing these images. Hold on, niggas confusing me. They is confusing me.
They not bad. $16.
Okay. Peace to you, straight bow.
I definitely don't become a member.
In order to remember your favorite song, your eyes should move to the right as it accesses the auditory remembering part of your brain. So if your eyes look to the left, you lying. If you were asked to imagine the lowest bass note you can think of, your eyes will move to the left as it tried to auditorily construct this sound. And if your eyes move to the right, you over the line, thinking of a lie. Down, if you look down to the left, when somebody asks you, can you remember the smell of cut grass or a bonfire or the taste of their favorite beer? Of your favorite beer, people's eyes will typically move down and to the right as they recall that smell. But if you move down to the left what they say up here, that mean you move down to the left, that mean you having an internal dialogue. You basically trying to decide what you want to tell a nigga.
You holding back?
Yeah, you trying to determine what you want to tell or not. Alright. If you look down to the right, this is the direction your eyes move when you are talking to yourself or engaging in internal dialogue. I just said that. So, man, I scrolled all the way up and they had that coming up. Your life should be a confirmation, boy. Now we know that NLP experts believe regarding eye movements when lying. They say that if you ask someone a question, you can follow their eye movements and tell if someone is lying or not. So typically, the normal right-handed person should look at the left if they are recalling actual events, memories, sounds, and feelings. If they are lying, their eyes will look to the right, their creative side. For example, you asked your partner if they stayed late at the office the previous night. If they answered yes, of course I did, and looked up and to the left, you would know they were telling the truth. Because what up and to the left is remembering or recollecting. Hold on. I think it is. Let's make sure. Yep. Visually remembering. Alright. And these eye movements, hold on one second. These eye movements work. These eye movements and line work with normal right-handed people. Left-handed people will have opposite meanings for their eye movements. Keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. And what you saying, Law?
I think I forgot.
Something to do with the garden?
Oh yeah, so it's only $8 to get there.
Okay.
$8.
You said they close when?
5.
5? Alright.
Yeah, it's only 2. Finna be 2.
Lord of mercy. And hope y'all got something today, which I know you did. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Got something from you, make sure y'all hit the cash up, send us $1, smack it one time, so we can keep these blacks rehabs going, as well as get our physical space, you know what I'm talking about? Because we recognize it's not just these so-called hard drugs that we're addicted to. For a lot of us, we're addicted to stress. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say why we just broke bread right now. With that being said, make sure y'all have a lovely day. Got your ass over there mocking me and shit. I can't make this up.